Are we live? Are we live? Man, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I talk gray, and I'm here with the queen, Charli. Sorry, I'll just get ready to mess up your name.
Charli.
Charli?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Charli, I like that. I see you shining over there. You blinging. Damn.
A little bit, a little something.
Okay. So it's your first podcast.
Yep, this is my first podcast. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Okay, of course. You know what I'm saying? We got to get some business going on in the building.
Yeah, and we're going to try.
Yeah. I saw you at the Boss Up conference the other day.
Yeah, went to the Boss Up conference in Atlanta with Rick Ross. And
how was that?
Man, amazing. It was about $7 billion worth of network in the room. Not million, billion. You know what I'm saying? Because, Ross by himself, he about 100 million man alone.
Yeah.
Then you got his partner, Brett, who is the owner of Bel Air Rose. And he's over Bamboo. He's about worth 3.1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's real big money.
So how you get in a room like that?
I had to pay.
Let us know.
I had to pay to get in that room.
You had to pay?
Yes. To do the membership, it was $25,000.
$25K?
It was $25,000.
Holy ish.
Yep. Hey.
Big money in the building.
I ain't gonna say big money, but I'm about.
We gotta put some respect on it.
I'm about proximity, so I'm okay with spending because for me, it's an investment in myself.
Okay.
And if you're trying to get to a certain level, you have to be okay with investing in yourself. So I didn't look at it like, okay, I'm spending this money. I looked at it like, okay, I'm going to invest this money, and how am I going to leverage this opportunity to make more money? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So give me a rundown. How was the conference? Like, what was the meat of it?
Okay, so it was a 3-day conference. It was at his mansion in Atlanta.
So you got to stay there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like, what came with that $25K?
No,
like room and board?
No, you do get food. We had lobster.
That lobster?
They laid it out for a girl now.
What?
Yeah, but Grant Cardone was there. Maverick Carter, LeBron's right-hand man, was there. You had the guy who owns Rap Snacks. I forget his name.
Oh,
James.
snap.
He was there. There was a lot of movers and shakers. Got to talk to his sister, everybody who he partners with behind the scenes, who runs his empire. Talk to different entrepreneurs from different walks of life.
Yeah.
Just to see how they got to their journey, and then also being able to connect with other millionaires.
No, facts.
Like that's what I was there for. Like I tell even my followers and people, my clients and my mentees, like if you're trying to get somewhere, you need to get the roadmap to the destination with people that already been there.
No, facts.
So that for me, that's what it was more about.
Okay, that's awesome, man. And you put up $25K, so you believe.
Oh yeah, I believe in me, baby. I'm a bet on me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy now, cause I think I was the last person to damn pay.
Right.
I even stood up and said it like, listen, I was like, everybody had like their own little presentation board from office. Man, I ain't had none of that. I was like, dog, I just gave y'all $25,000.
I'm in the building.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's like, do it broke, do it scared, do it however, but just do it. And I bet it on me.
Damn. Yeah. No, we gotta clap it up with that one. Yo, $25K, she betted on herself, put herself in the room.
But that's the second $25K. My first $25K was with my mentor, Spectacular. I've invested over $50,000 in myself this year.
Wow. So how important is it to have a mentor?
It's very important. Think about it like, okay, Michael Jordan, he had Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Kobe looked up to Michael Jordan to mentor him. LeBron rubbed shoulders with, Kobe.
Yeah.
Like, you need a mentor. Like, they're going to help you on that journey. You're paying for their mistakes, not necessarily for their success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For them to, be complimentary to your, to where you're trying to go on your path. Because who you going to call? Like, my mentor was like, well, who you going to call if you get a $100,000 problem? Who you going to call if you get $1 million problem? Like, I ain't got nobody to call.
No, facts. Yeah.
So, yeah. So it was about that, but it's cool.
Okay. No, I like that. Okay. Being able to invest in yourself is so important. I tell a lot of people that's trying to get into the business, you got to be willing to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You can't try to always get the hook up and cut corners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's take it back a little bit. Where you from?
I'm from Memphis and Miami. I tell everybody.
Really? Because you sound kind of, I hear the Miami, the 305 in you.
Yeah, but Memphis, I graduated from high school in Memphis.
Okay.
My mom and my family is originally from Memphis, and my daddy is from Miami. So every time they break up and get back together, depending on how the hell they was feeling, that's what we was saying. My mama break up with my daddy, we going back to Memphis. Go to my grandma's house. Then they get back together, we back in Miami. So it was a lot of back and forth. So I did schooling in both. But after having my children, I actually was living in Memphis and caught a Greyhound bus back to Miami with $50 in my pocket. I was like 20. It was the day after Christmas. I was 20 years old and I was like, man, I'm out of here. I don't want to stay in Memphis no more. I got to go.
Why?
Yeah, because it was just too depressing. It was very it got really gloomy in the wintertime, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I went through a lot. Like, it's just a lot of warehouse jobs in Memphis, a lot of industrial work. And I was like, my last job there, I was working at like UPS or some shit like that. And I was like, man, this can't be it for me. This can't be. I'm in here loading boxes on a truck. Like, this cannot be my life. Like, I'm 20 years old. I got 2 children. And life just wasn't looking right. So I was like, I'm going back to Miami. I'm going to stay with my daddy. I'm out of here.
Okay. So so no college? You didn't go to college?
No college. Nobody's college. I'm self-taught entrepreneur. I'm a first-generation entrepreneur. First entrepreneur in my family that hit 100,000, $1 million. Like, that's,
wow.
Actually, in this year is my first year hitting $1 million.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm proud of that,
Yeah,
shit,
you gotta be.
I hit it. That don't mean I profited it.
Yeah.
So that's just me being transparent.
Yeah. So where were you when the light bulb went off, when you was like, yo, I gotta do better than this?
I was at work.
Okay.
I was at work. Like, I can't do this no more. I'm like, man, it's cold. I'm tired. I'm hot. I can't do this. But I've had a lot of jobs. You know what I'm saying? I've worked from, you name it, McDonald's, UPS, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
Every damn job you could think of, I probably didn't held it. My last career job, I was a police officer. I did that for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you was a popo?
Yep. I was what they call it, 950. I was out here protecting and serving.
Okay.
Doing a little bit of arresting.
Oh, what? I can't even see that.
I did it. But but see, the thing is, I come from a family of criminals, so I know how to deal with criminals. So I wasn't out there fighting and tasing people and shit. I knew how to go out here and use my verbal judo and be like, dog, just chill, so I don't feel like going to the jail today. Like, come on now.
All right, come on.
So, hey, and it worked out.
So do you think a person can be successful working at a 9 to 5?
You can be successful, but you need to supplement that income. I feel like you can't 9 to 5 your way to wealth.
Okay.
That's just, me being transparent. But I would be a hypocrite saying that I'm so anti 9 to 5 because my husband still works.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
He's been on his job for 26, going on 27 years.
Because I always hear, you get the B. Simone's, I can't, if I'm an entrepreneur, my husband got to be, I can't be with a worker.
Them benefits come in handy. Shit. But I will say, you know what I'm saying? Like, the 9 to 5, especially he's been there 27 years. It has done what it needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And I am a firm believer that you can't 9 to 5 your way to wealth. But B. Simone life is different from mine. Me and my husband started from the ground floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came up in the trenches together. Okay. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite. All my family still work. But I do tell them you need to find a way to get you some more income. You need to invest. You need to find a way to supplement that income if you're going to stay on your job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make that your only way. Yeah.
Why you think having conversations about finances is such a struggle in our culture?
Because we the last ones on the totem pole. We behind the 8 ball when it comes to finances. Yeah. Nobody talks about it. We are a nation. We are a community of workers. So I know we say we're a nation, but we really a community of workers. Like, when you graduate from high school, the first thing somebody tell you to do, either go get you a government job or take your ass to the military or go to college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those are your 3 options. It's never go be an entrepreneur, go start you a successful business, go do this, go do that. Like, that's not the conversation. Mm-hmm. So even me, when I first graduated from high school, it was like, oh, well, where you finna go work at? Like, oh, you finna go to the Army? You going to the Navy? And if it ain't that, it's, oh, well, you should go to the post office, get you a job. Oh, you should go, because a government job in our community, like, once you get hired by the post office or a police officer or anything government related, you a public servant, oh, you done hit the jackpot. You a firefighter. Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You got good benefits.
I'm telling you. So for us, we care more about the stability and the benefits than we do about creating the wealth. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's not a conversation that's had in most Black families, especially like a good 10 years ago, just as early as 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Nobody's having those type of conversations. Now,
facts.
That dynamic is now changing because more young people, especially with the explosion of social media, are exploring their options with entrepreneurship. Like, getting a job ain't even, my girls don't work. They 23 and 21.
Hold on, you got 23-year-old?
Yeah.
What?
She does Airbnb.
Get the hell out of here.
Her name is Airbnb Hottie on TikTok.
Airbnb Hottie?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. You don't even look like a mom.
I am, yeah. I got too many daggone kids.
What? So what business did you start off in? What was your first business that you started?
My first business, like most Black people, I had me a what do they call it? A damn event planner. So I was planning parties. You know what I'm saying? And then I actually had I was doing little girls' parties called Fashion Rocks. I was featured on the news and everything with that business. And it was just too much because I didn't know how to create a system. Like, you know, a lot of Black business owners, we're very solopreneur.
Okay.
Like, we don't have a team, you know. In the beginning, and I didn't understand operation systems, how to run a team. But I started out with event planning, moved from event planning. I did, goddamn it, what I did. I had a bakery.
What?
that
was baking cookies?
I ain't never baked a day in my life.
How you got a baking business and you're not baking?
In my mind, I was finna be the $1 million baker. You know what I'm saying? Because I had watched another Black baker in Atlanta, Cammie Cakes.
Okay.
And I was inspired by her story. I was a police officer at the time when I decided I wanted to open up my bakery.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I'm gonna get this bakery up and running. I ain't even the cook of the family, let alone damn baking. But it did good. It did really well until I opened the second location. And then that's when I ran into issues because here we go again with the system, the cash flow, not leveraging credit, not having enough capital. Most businesses fail within that first 5 years because you don't have enough capital. And I just didn't understand the dynamics of business like that. And it was a successful failure. Okay.
No, you're right. I tell people that all the time. You got to learn from your failures.
Yeah.
So you said leveraging your credit, right? Because you know that's a sticky kind of subject with people.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But okay, so tell me about how do you leverage your credit to use it for your business?
Because the bank should be your sugar daddy or your sugar mama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really?
Use their money. Like, why would I come borrow money from you when I can go to the bank? I can pay interest on the money, get it from them. I ain't got to worry about them talking shit about me behind my back. You know what I'm saying? I can use this money. I can leverage it and pay them back in small increments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's smart to stay as liquid as possible. The name of the game is liquidity. You want to stay liquid, and you use the bank's money to leverage that to go and create you some wealth. And then remember, you don't pay taxes on debt. So when you go to the bank and get money, you don't have to pay taxes on that money because it's debt. You just accumulated debt with that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the smart way to do it. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. Like they don't. When Jerry Jones built the Dallas Cowboy AT&T Stadium, he didn't use his own money to do that. You know, when they build these condos in Miami, that the builder doesn't use their own money. They go to a bank or they use get other investors and they use somebody else's money. Whether it's the bank's money or somebody else's money, it's other people's money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, when you said the word debt, you know, that's kind of scary to people. So is there really such a thing as good debt and bad debt?
There's definitely a such thing as good debt. Good debt is debt that you're going to use to create more wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like that's money that when you create debt, you're going to use that debt to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you can lower your tax liability as well. So that's why it's very important to have you an accountant on your team. But you can't be afraid of debt. Debt is what's going to help you build wealth. Like now, if you taking debt to go buy you a purse or go shopping, go on a vacation. Now, unless you're buying a designer purse, you're going to resell that purse for a higher value than what you paid for it for. Yeah. Now that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if you just going out here just balling out of control, like popping bottles, now that's not good debt. We talking about you going to go and buy a house and you're going to pull the equity out of said property. Now, the debt. You know what I'm saying? Debt.
Okay. Yeah, because you know when you people hear that word, it's like, oh, I don't want to be in the debt.
Bring it on, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so you know they have those people that say they could fix your credit and all that kind of stuff. Do you believe in that?
I used to be one of them people.
Really?
I'm still one of them people.
I mean, because
hey, don't talk about no credit repair people on here now.
I mean, does that really work?
It does work. It does work because the thing is, there are consumer laws that work in your favor. Now, prior to jumping into the whole Airbnb game, I was really big on credit. This is how I actually got introduced to Airbnb. Okay. What happened was, and for myself and my clients, I was getting money from them, right? From the banks. We're talking about $50,000, $75,000 in funding, $100,000 in funding. They didn't know what to do with the money. Most of them wanted to jump into real estate, a form of real estate, but we wanted a low entry barrier into real estate. Yeah. So Airbnb was that perfect vehicle. So we would take the money and say, all right, bet, we're going to do a turnkey. You give me this amount, and then I'll go out here and I'll get the unit together for you. I'll furnish it. I'll put the team together. I'll do the master lease under me, sublease it to you. We'll do an agreement. And now you can make this money work for you versus just now because board money becomes spent money and you ain't going to know what to do with it.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean,
but credit repair does work because you can dispute anything on your credit. Like,
but how can you dispute it if I actually did it?
It doesn't matter. That's like saying I committed a murder. It ain't what they know, is what they can prove. You know what I'm saying? In the court of law, we are innocent until proven guilty. So I equate credit repair like going to court. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what we know. I'm not admitting to anything. The thing is, can you prove that I own this debt? Can you validate it? How do you know it's mine? And if you can't prove it, then you need to erase it. It's the same concept of going to court. You know what I'm saying? Like you the plaintiff, you know, I'm sorry, you're the victim, they're the plaintiff, I'm your defense attorney. I'm here to defend whatever actions they say that you did.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I called these debtors and I paid it off and I'm like, yo, I give you $200 because I owed like maybe $500. That was stupid?
Yeah. Unless they was gonna do a pay for deletion. Know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But yeah, we ain't doing no calling. We writing letters. And we're making you verify and validate and tell us, does this debt belong to us? And if it doesn't, if you can't prove it, then remember, it's not even if it belongs to you. If anything is even reporting incorrectly or inaccurately, that is grounds to have it removed. If a date is wrong, if the balance due is incorrect, yes. Anything, if they have sold this debt to another creditor and then is reporting twice by the original debtor and the creditor, those are grounds. So there's plenty of laws. You have the Fair Credit Reporting Act that you have in your favor as a consumer that you can have things removed from your credit. So if you get you a reputable, legit person, they can really fix your credit.
How long does this process take though?
Realistically, I always tell my clients 3 to 6 months. Your credit didn't go bad overnight. It won't get fixed overnight. Usually 3 months is like that period where you start getting the traction, from sending off the letters. But 6 months is usually like a good time, a good average. It can happen sooner, but we want to be transparent and realistic with results. Okay.
So can you get business credit if your personal credit is jacked up?
You can, but business credit and personal credit are cousins. You can, because there are some instances where you can get business credit without doing what's called a PG, personal guarantee. So you can, and then you can also do vendor accounts, like you can do Uline, you can do Quill, you can do trade lines like that. But you want to eventually get your personal credit where it needs to be, because if you're trying to get access to cash lines through like the big boys, PNC, American Express, Wells Fargo, all them, they're going to pull that personal credit, baby.
Yeah.
So you ain't going to be able to get around it.
Okay.
You better get your uncle that was on crack and ain't using his credit and fix that up.
Okay.
And use him as your credit investor.
Okay. So if I make a large purchase on my credit card, right? Should I pay it back all in one lump sum, or should I make multiple payments over time?
The thing is, it goes by, it's your overall utilization. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I pay it back in increments. I may send like one lot, like maybe 2 installments to pay it down. But you also want to be careful with utilization when it comes to credit, because that can lower your score on the personal side. Now, if you do a large purchase on the business side, it does not matter, because utilization is not a factor when it comes to business credit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Like on the personal credit, if you make a large purchase and you go below that, you go above that 30% utilization rate, then your personal credit score will drop. But on the business side, it's not really a big factor.
It's not a big factor. Okay. So how can you turn your credit into cash?
You can liquidate. You can liquidate the card, or you can, what you can do is you can do a purchase. You can actually do purchases off the card. So, and then in some cases, now if you go and do a balance, if you go and do it like a cash out on the cards, they will charge you like a higher interest rate.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful, So it depends on what you're trying to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in most cases, everybody's taking credit cards out here. So why you just ain't gonna use the card?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still use your card.
So is Credit Karma a good, reputable site to
I'm not going to say it's not reputable. What happens is Credit Karma is a solicitation site. So what happens is the banks and the creditors, they pay for you to get your free credit score, because they want to solicit you. With Credit Karma, they use what's called a Vantage score. They don't use your FICO score. So with the Vantage score, it's scored very differently from FICO.
Vantage score?
Vantage, yeah. Vantage 3.0.
I ain't never even heard of that.
Because there's 2 different scoring models. You got Vantage, you got 3.0, and you got FICO. FICO is like the oldest girl on the block. She like the Beyonce. Vantage is more like Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
you know, Vantage got more power. She like, no offense to Rihanna now, because I love me some Rihanna. But I'm just like, I be trying to break it down in layman's terms.
Yeah.
So with FICO, you know, most lenders, about 80 to 90% of lenders are using that FICO score. That's your actual true score. So you can get that FICO score from myfico.com. You can go to Experian.com and pull all three. You can go to Equifax. You can even go directly to TransUnion. With Credit Karma, the difference is you're only going to get your Equifax and your TransUnion score, first of all. And then on top of that, the scoring models are a little bit differently. Okay. So like the variables that are used to calculate the FICO score are different from what's used to calculate the Vantage score. So Vantage sometimes is a little bit more favorable. So your scores may be higher when you pull up Credit Karma. Yeah. And then what happens is they're going to say you pre-approved for this, and you can get this, and you can get that. But when you actually go to the bank and do the application, they're going to use the FICO score to approve it. So it's kind of hypocritical, and it puts you in, it's very like it's not accurate at all. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So you want to use your FICO scores. Before you apply for anything, you want to go to FICO. Okay,
FICO. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let me make sure I jot that down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But if you just want to see what's on the profile and what's reporting, it's okay to look at Credit Karma. But also keep in mind, you're not going to see the true score, and you're not going to see all three reports. You're only going to get two.
Yeah.
Out of the three.
Okay. And you said the FICO is the most important.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're buying a car, you get in the bank, you get in the mortgage loan. Yeah. And then remember, there's different FICO scores. There's about 18 different variations of your FICO score. Some banks may use FICO 4. Some banks may be using FICO 8, FICO 2. So you know, if you can figure out which FICO model they're using, that would be amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, most people don't know that. They think, it's just one score.
Yeah.
But now, the latest version right now, I think it's FICO 10 or FICO 10T. But most lenders right now are still using FICO 8.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know that. I thought it was only one FICO.
No. There's 18 different versions of a FICO score.
Wow.
Like if you go on Experian.com and you go to your credit summary and you scroll down and you look at the different FICO scores, it will tell you like, okay, if you're going to get a car, we're using FICO 2. This is your car FICO score. This is your mortgage FICO. This is the bank card FICO score. Wow. So there's different ones. Yeah.
Okay. So you've been in the credit world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that how you merge over into the Airbnbs?
Yeah, because we use the bank's money to get the Airbnb started.
So, okay. So with the Airbnbs, are you purchasing the property or are you doing it like renting?
We're master leasing. So we're leasing. I don't even like to say Airbnb. I like to say short-term rentals because it's such a broader aspect than just
So how does that work though?
We go get corporate leases. So we go to the apartment complex, we get a corporate lease, and we say, I corporate lease. I go to the complex. I get the corporate lease for me, and then I do an amendment to the lease, like an addendum to the lease that allows me to do short-term rentals and vacation rentals. So you want to get full disclosure. Don't ever go. I done been that girl.
So when you say full disclosure,
meaning I'm telling this apartment complex that I am going to be doing Airbnb. Like I ain't hiding.
Okay.
I done hid before.
Yeah, because I went to
it. It feel like selling dope, and I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never sold dope a day in my life, but goddamn it, I done felt like it.
Because I would have figured that because I got an Airbnb in Orlando, and the girl, I don't think she told the people. And when I walked in, I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm here at Airbnb." They were like, "What?"
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of snitched, but I didn't know. I was like, okay.
First of all, she should have told you. See, she didn't have her stuff down to a science. That's the first thing. But you want to give full disclosure. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the reason why you want to be, because you see how you say, I went to the leasing office and say, I'm here for the Airbnb.
Yeah.
We are a culture that, like, we so embedded that the first thing we do when we on vacation is we go to the leasing office. We want to go to the front desk, like a hotel. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of if you're going to get caught, it's when you're going to get caught because your guest going to fuck you up. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, somebody going to get in a fight. Somebody going to lose a key. Somebody gonna want to check in like they had the SLS or the Fountain Blue, and it's really gonna mess you up. So your best thing to do is just get full disclosure. When you go, if they say they don't allow it, then don't even deal with it. Just go and find you. It's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of apartments out here. And the beautiful thing about Airbnb is a global business. If you can't do it in the United States, we can do it somewhere else. We can go to Dubai.
So it's
we can go to the Caribbean. Yeah. So when we talk about Airbnb, people really only think the U.S. I don't know why. It's a global business. They have over 1.9 million listings. So
how are you getting your hand on that? Is that like a holy grail, or is it?
No, as far as like getting global,
like getting the listings.
You can become a listing. So like with us, all right, the properties that I have in Houston, I have about 12 in one apartment building. you just go, I say, hey, I want to be, the thing is, you're going to put the listing together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to put your listing on Airbnb and what other vacation, short-term rental applications.
Mm-hmm.
However, but the first things first is getting the dang on lease and getting somebody to agree to letting you do Airbnb or short-term rentals. So you want to be very transparent about that. So that's going to be the hardest part of this game, is getting a landlord or community to agree. A lot of these apartments have really tightened up restrictions. You have a lot of cities and states that's not very Airbnb friendly.
Okay.
Like Miami Beach, for example, it's like a whole area on Miami Beach that's completely banned from doing Airbnb.
Wow.
Like they got a whole Airbnb task force. They'll come and knock on the door while your guests in there and be like, yo, y'all got to get the hell up out of here. Like, y'all got to go. And then find the owner. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you want to be very careful, because even though the thing is you want to make money, but you got to understand you are now in the hospitality industry. You stepping on the toes of the hotels.
Yeah.
That like
the Hiltons.
Yeah, the Hiltons, the Fontainebleaus, the W's. Like, you think they want you in that space? So this is about money. This is not about, Airbnb is not safe. I've never had any unsafe issues with my Airbnbs. It's all about money. It's about these hotels pay big money to lobbyists to stop things like this from happening.
Yeah.
So you just got to find a way to circumvent the system.
No, facts.
Simple as that.
So how important is location?
Location is important. Like with anything, it's real estate.
Okay.
Location. But that does not mean that you can't find a small place somewhere and your Airbnb or your short-term rental won't do well. Like, say, for instance, let's think about some place like Gatlinburg, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Black folks been going there quite a while now for Christmas. Like every night, all black people trying to go to the mountain. As a black short-term rental business owner, sometimes we only think about places that we want to visit. But what about these little small off-the-grid areas that's doing really well and is booming that you know absolutely nothing about?
No,
you know what I'm saying? But it also goes to what type of value are you bringing to the marketplace? What demographic are you trying to attract? And what and are you standing out amongst all of these listings?
Yeah.
So it comes down to that as well.
Okay.
But location does play a factor, but let's not just say we only want to look at big cities, because there's small places that's doing really well also.
Okay, so you got to think outside the box.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. So is there any platforms that you use to analyze the markets?
Yes. You can lose Mashvisor. See, now I'm giving, I got a master class coming up. I'm giving my stuff away now.
She giving all the tea. Make sure y'all hit the link in her bio to get that master class.
Exactly. 5-day master class, October the 17th through the 21st. You know
okay.
I'm giving out all the game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, you can use platforms like Mashvisor to look at analytics, to look at, the occupancy rates and things like that. There's others out there as well. You have Wellhouse. But I like to use Mashvisor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you have Price Lab. So there's so many different apps that you can use as a host that can help you on your journey, But if you are a host, I will tell anybody that you want to build you a team, because if not, you're finna build yourself another job, especially for those of you who work a 9-to-5 already. Be okay with hiring a cleaner, get you a maintenance person.
Okay.
Build you a team. I don't care if it's a small team, but that way it alleviates some of the pressure from you from running that unit. Yeah, it's gonna cut into your profits a little bit, but now you can grow. Now you can focus on scaling your short-term rental business. Like, I didn't leave the police department to come out here and just get one damn Airbnb. Like, that ain't what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to think big. Like, you want to think, like, what is going to be the long term? What does a 3-year model look like for me with this business?
Okay.
Like, what type of revenue do I want to generate? How many properties do I want to have? What type of team do I want to build? And you can host remotely. You don't have to be afraid to have a unit outside of your backyard. So it does not have to be where you live at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say are the most common mistakes like newbies make?
Getting dirty leases. That's the first thing, because
leases.
Getting dirty leases. They get tired of looking. They just throwing a damn towel and be like, man, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know
we just go on some faith.
Yeah. And then becoming your own cleaner. So now you the customer service, you the cleaner, and you the maintenance, and you wonder why you tired as hell. Cleaning units ain't no joke, baby. Let me tell you. I call myself was gonna clean. It don't matter. And the goddamn it, people that stay for one day is the dirtiest. You would think, it's a 1-day stay. They just come and mess you all up.
Oh man.
So
how you find good cleaners though?
You can use apps. There's apps you can use, or you may have someone in your family that has a cleaning business.
Okay.
But I am really big on, if you're gonna be my cleaner, you need to have it need to be 2 of y'all. I'm not gonna just depend on one of y'all to come and it's taking you 6 hours to clean one of my units. That's just not gonna happen.
Okay.
So you want to be very you can go on apps like TaskRabbit. You can find a cleaner on there.
Okay.
And try to, and then sometimes your cleaner can become your property manager. They can become like your site lead, your project, like the site lead to kind of oversee what's going on in the unit.
Okay.
You can use them for a 2-for-1.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
But you want to be really big on that. Like that one man band cleaning show, nah.
That ain't working.
I'm not doing that no more.
So how you manage the units? Is it like manual or do you have like
No, we have guest
system?
management channels where you can automate everything. Like you want to automate and delegate. That's the name of the game. So guest management channels, and there's several of them out there that you can use. You can use IGMS, you can use Hostfully, you can use Getsy. Like you just pick and choose which ones you like, and those are things that we touch on in the 5-day challenge. Because you know, people think it's just as easy as, oh, I'm gonna get an apartment, I'm gonna throw some stuff in this apartment, and now I'm finna put this shit on Airbnb, and I'm finna boom,
and I'm finna be banking.
And it does not necessarily work like that. There's so many different intricacies, especially when you're gonna scale it and grow it to the next level. You need to know how to run your operations. You know, like even for me right now, we have a full service, like a full-time customer service team. So. And they operate from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Because you have guests to check in late. Guests need things while they're in the unit. What if I'm out having dinner with my family? I ain't trying to stop.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why it's about delegation. And I show you how to build you a team, like, you know, and so it's not going to break your pockets either. And then you need scripts for your team. Like, whether you need your, you need a guide, a hosting guide. You need to have a manual, like things like that. So everything that you need to successfully run your business. Yeah, you can do it on your own. You can Google and YouTube, but YouTube and Google sometimes does not teach you application.
Yeah,
it gives you the knowledge, but doesn't show you how to apply it.
How to apply it? No,
exactly.
Facts. Yeah.
So that's the problem. So I know everybody be like, oh, here come a course, here come a master class, here come a webinar. But goddamn it take research and time, blood, sweat, and tears. Remember, you pay for the mistakes. You ain't paying for the success.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how are you styling the Airbnbs? Do you have like themes or is it just a normal?
No, everything is just like normal, nice Airbnbs. But I do have a designer that we paid to like put the look together. And yeah, so we kind of have everything streamlined. Okay. But when you have multiple properties, you want to streamline the process as much as possible. And I don't want to be the worker bee. I'm trying to be more of the overseer, the visionary, and then I can have my team, do the action taking.
Okay. So how do you figure out your price points for the units?
That's why you use things like Mashvisor. You do your research. You look at, what's the actual prices, and you look for your break points. Like there's a lot of, I'm going to say a lot, but there's things that go on in the background for you to look at how you're going to price the unit. But you want to look at what's being priced in that area already. And then that goes back to bringing value to the marketplace. Because if you bring in value, you can probably overcharge what's being charged out there already and still make your money. You don't have to necessarily be the Walmart of Airbnbs. You can be the Target, or you may be the Neiman Marcus. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the value that you bring in. And then, like and that's why I say I don't like to say Airbnb, because what if you can get contracts and just do corporate leasing, like when you can have longer term stays with solo travelers, or you can use expats that come from other countries.
So how does that work, corporate leasing?
So because it is a corporate lease. Remember, it's in your corporate business name. So that means I can allow people to have businesses, and when their employees need a place to stay, they can come stay in this corporate housing like that I have available for them.
So you do that as well?
We're working on that right now to get some contracts. So say, for instance, if you're in Spain, well, we've had a couple already. But we didn't get the contract, but we just had a couple. It just happened to fall in our lap. But we had a couple people that were coming from like Mexico or Spain, and they actually ended up staying in the units like 60 days, 90 days, because they were working remotely from their country. So you can do that as well. Okay. Yeah.
So what's the profits looking like that you're pulling in monthly?
Well, it depends on. I tell anybody you're looking at about $1,000 to $3,000. But it depends on the market. It can be more in some markets. Like I had one unit, I made $20,000 off of one unit. I profited
in a month.
I profited. How much did I profit off that unit? I think I profited about about $9,000 off of that unit. Yeah, but that was a very high end luxury unit.
Where's that located at?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Yo, 20 inch. Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna gatekeep that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, black folks, boy, we find some information. hey, I won't never see money like that again in my life.
Woo. Okay. So what's the best way to structure the business? Is it an LLC, an S Corp?
Okay, let me give you the disclaimer. I am not an accountant. Know what I'm saying? But you want to have an LLC. You got to be very careful with an S Corp. I'm an S Corp. When you become an S Corp, baby, you got to take a salary. You have to itemize things differently. You need you an actual accountant on board. So be very careful how you set it up. I would suggest with anybody, go on Fiverr or go on Upwork or go and find you a credible accountant within your neighborhood and let them help you set up your business properly, and also have them even do your financial projections, show you what a profit and loss statement is. Like, start talking to an accountant now about these things. That way you can set your foundation up properly. Because I know we got a lot of, including me, because I'm gonna call myself out too, social media gurus. We think we got all the answers, but goddamn, I am not certified to do nobody taxes. Nobody accounting work. I am not a CPA. So you want to talk to someone that can tell you how to structure, because with being an S Corp, if your business is not making enough money, you can find yourself in some trouble. And then on top of that, there's more filers. You have to do 941s. You have to do 1120s. You got to do, man, I had a damn headache the first time all the paperwork they had me filling out. I was like, what is this? I should have just stayed an LLC. What am I doing? But it's about growth. So the more your company grows, you have different needs. So that's why I would definitely, I don't care if you just getting started or you haven't even created the LLC. I would definitely say, take advantage of just sitting down with an accountant and talk to them about the advantages of being an LLC, a S Corp, a C Corp, or Inc., and figure out which one works.
Which one's the best way? Okay. So how do you make some expenses a tax write-off?
You need to be a LLC. Like,
so you can't do that with the S Corp.
Yeah. So no, yes you can. But LLC is still, a S Corp is still an LLC. It's just categorized differently. So you're an LLC, but I'm an S Corp.
Oh,
or I'm a C Corp.
okay.
I told you I ain't no accountant now. So you asking me, I don't know. Okay.
So now, you got the master. Okay,
but you do need to be itemized. You do need to itemize your deductions, and if you want to take advantage of these tax deductions, you need to have an LLC. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and then if you're going to get a corporate lease, how you going to get a corporate lease and you ain't got an LLC? You don't have a corporation. Like I tell my mentees and my students, if you're going to do business. So set everything up properly, do it the right way, and take it from there.
Okay. Yeah. So you got the master class.
Yeah.
What made you want to decide to teach?
That's a good question. People kept asking me. Like, to be honest, I didn't even want to bring out my turnkeys. I was trying to gatekeep that. Because one thing about black folks, and I'm going to be real, I'm going to keep it real, it's hard to get black folks to give up some damn money. That's the first thing.
No, that's true.
And then when they do give it up, everybody thinks it's a scam. So,
because they out here.
Is that, I know.
To give somebody, like, when I first started trying to get into real estate, I'm going to all these events, and it sounds good, and all we need is $30,000 from you. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to make $30,000.
I feel you. But the knowledge is priceless. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
The thing is, and what you have to do is you got to get your money's worth moment from whatever you invest. I didn't invest in myself, so I get it. And I done went through the same thing. So, the thing is though, when you're going to be an investor, like, because when you become an Airbnb business owner, a short-term business owner, you're now an investor. You have invested into real estate. This is a different form of real estate, but nonetheless, it's still real estate.
Okay.
So you have to be okay with knowing with an investment, a loss can happen. You know what I'm saying? You can make money, you can lose money. No different than traditional real estate, no different than the stock market, no different than having your own business that you just did as a startup or a growing company. The problem with a lot of people, I'm not going to say our culture because this is just cultures in general, we don't want to take no hits. Nobody want to take no loss.
But why do you think people are afraid to take risks though?
Because the thing is that we don't know what's on the other side of the risk. We don't know if we're going to win or lose. And instead of looking at it like, you know what, it's an investment, and whether I win or I lose, I'm going to take my money's worth moment from it, and I'm going to go out here and make a win out of it. We look at it like, oh, shit, I can't afford to start over. I can't afford to.
You know what I'm saying? That's my only 10 bands.
So don't be invested with your last 10 bands. So if that's the case, don't invest your last 10 bands. Wait till you got it and you invest, or you start out small. So instead of investing your whole 10, you give 2. That's why I have a price point for my students, or if you want to work with me to come in at every angle. Okay, masterclass is $97. Or you don't want to do that, you could have came to my masterclass. Well, I'm sorry, the challenge is $97 or $297. Okay. Or you could have came to the masterclass for the freebie. You could get on my live on TikTok or Instagram, and I drop you a couple gems there for free. Yeah. Or now, you could do a course. The course is $11.97. Or if you want to do a mentorship, that's $15,000. Or if you want to do an investment where we actually work together and I put the business together for you, it's a higher price point. But you come in where you fit in at. So don't give me your last. Matter of fact, if this your last, don't even give it to me, because I don't want you calling me every 5 minutes. Oh my God, what's happening? Because it's an investment, and investing takes time. And I have to explain to people, most businesses fail within the first 5 years because they don't have capital. you have no structure, or it could be different variables, right?
Yeah.
So with Airbnb, because it's an instant cash flow business, a lot of people want to get into it because it seems like it's easy, like credit. It ain't costing a lot of money to get in. It seems pretty easy. We always want the easy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it seems easy, but we want easy and we want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We want easy and a lot. So
we want easy and a lot.
You need to make a damn choice because if you want a lot of money, usually you got to be able to solve a problem. It's hard to solve problems. Facts. So the bigger the problem, the bigger the profit. So you want me to help you solve these problems, but you want me to do it fast. You don't want to spend a lot of money to get it done. But you looking at somebody, I done spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and took years to get to this point. Facts. But, and with most, and even when I tell my turnkey investors, with your ROI, you can get it back sooner. ROI meaning return on your investment. Okay. But it usually takes 12 to 14 months. So if you're not willing to let your money sit for 12 to 14 months, whether you make money or not on it, then you should not be doing it. This is not a good investment for you. It's no different than when Grant Cardone goes and says, come invest in Grant Cardone Capital when you need to be an accredited investor, and you invest $100,000 with us, and we're going to keep that money tied up for a year in this investment project that you don't get no control over. With the turnkey, you get a little control. You get to see it. You get a sub.
So when you say turnkey,
meaning you're going to invest your money. It's $24,000 now. The price goes up in December, but
$24,000.
$24,000. But that includes your master lease. We master lease and you get the sublease. We put the actual team together. We run all of your property management. We do everything for you. You do not lift a finger. This is a completely passive income situation. The only thing you do is put your money in. You watching your money work. Now,
so are you showing the process as it goes, or are you just doing it and they're just saying, hey?
They get to see the process because you get to get your listing. You're a co-host on it. You get full access to your calendars. You get your payout after every booking. There's an 85-15 split, so we get 85% of the. I'm sorry, they get 85% of the booking. Let me hear you. Let me clear that up.
I was like, okay, where's the benefit of this?
They get 85% of the booking, and we get 15% for the property management. But you have the option to manage your unit on your own, and we just put everything together. You're essentially getting a business in a box.
So that's a service that you offer.
Yes.
25.
Yes, it's 24.
Oh, however, 24.
But
how do you come up with that price?
Because looking at the different variables, furniture, admin costs, the maintenance, the deposit, first month rent is included.
So you putting the furniture in there too with the 24?
The furniture, your first month rent, any permits that we need, putting the unit together.
Wow.
But that price is going to go up in December because we're going more to luxury turnkeys. Not that these units are not nice, but they're not the luxury high-end turnkeys that the business model that I would like to have right now. So that's why I'm changing the model just a little bit. So the price point is going to be a little bit higher. But with this, I'm not going to say you don't get control, but you at least get to see the process.
Yeah.
If you were invest as an accredited investor, like into a real estate deal, in most cases, you don't get to see what's going on. You just put your money in, and then they just send you your, the money from the investment payouts monthly, quarterly, or annually. Yeah. And your money is just tied up for that whole year. Not saying that it's not a good deal, but it's still passive. Nonetheless, no matter what route you try to go, you have to create passive income. You got to find a way to make money while you sleep. It's no different than if you decided to get into the stock market. You trying to make money, even though the stock market ain't doing too well right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's still an opportunity to make money. And then, look, if you're not willing to take the risk, you ain't gonna never know what the reward is.
No,
so
facts.
Eventually, you got to take a risk somewhere.
So what's the hardest lesson that you would say you learned while being in this business?
Airbnb business?
Yes.
The guests get on my nerves. I cannot do customer service. That's why I got a whole customer service team. My patience is not what it used to be. Another thing is that, it requires a lot because there's a lot of different moving parts with Airbnb. We think it's just a matter of just throwing furniture in an apartment or a house and saying, okay, boom, I can make some money. Yeah. But somebody needs to run this unit. You need a property manager. You got to be you're running it's the hospitality business. You got to be available for your guests. There's so many different variables behind the scene, and then got to keep your sanity while you doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So
you need a property manager to run it?
Not a property manager, but we need to have someone on site. If the unit is in Houston, I'm in Miami. Somebody needs to go there to see what's going on. If a guest needs something, if, they're missing something, if something breaks, we have to make sure that we have a service available so the guest's stay will not be interrupted while they're there. You're essentially running your own hotel.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So you enjoy this?
I love it. I enjoy it. I'm actually in the process of looking at multifamily buildings right now because at the top of the year, that's what we're moving to. Because to be honest, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just tired of these damn apartment buildings. I'm tired of these everybody. I need my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. It's a great business model. It works. You can make money from it.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that, you know, I can just get my own and just gut them out, make them what I want them to be, and just run them and have full control over how everything
So you're getting more, so you're going to purchase the properties now.
Yeah. But to be honest, master leasing is the cheapest, most effective way that you can do it. But that does not mean that you can't make great money by purchasing your building or purchasing your unit. And then if you are going to purchase, you want to find something that's below market value. You want to find distressed properties. You want to find properties that, you know, need work. Like, you know, so
like foreclosures.
Exactly.
And things like
that way you can pull the equity out. You can use the money from the equity to fix it up, or you can get a hard money loan.
Yeah.
And you walk into it with making money before you even put a nail in the wall.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to be smart when we are doing real estate deals.
No, facts. Okay, man. Yo, this was so great.
Thank you.
You dropped a whole lot of knowledge.
Podcast. Thank you for having me. For real.
But let everybody know where they can find you at.
So you can find me on Instagram, Charli Nikia with 1 A. I got a whole bunch of fake pages out there now, so be careful.
Yo, it's crazy. It's like, I don't understand. Like, they're going in, they're taking on your picture. Like, I don't get it. You don't know who's who.
Now, on TikTok, I probably got about 20 fake pages.
What?
On TikTok, yeah. And I think probably on Instagram, maybe about a good eight fake pages. So be careful. I ain't DMing nobody asking them for no money. So that ain't me. No, that ain't even my style.
I've been getting them so much now.
Yeah, it's crazy because people want to make money. So it's just a way for them to scam. But if you're going to find me on Instagram, it's Charli Nikia with 1 A, no underscores, no nothing. And if you're on TikTok, it's Charli Nikia with 2 A's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was so nice to have you on, Charli. You dropped.
Hope I provided some value for your audience.
Yes, you did. Definitely. You provided value for me. I might have to hit you up about that class.
Let's do it.
So let everybody know where they can get the class at.
Okay, so the class, you can go to my website, charlinikia.com. And you'll be able to get the 5-day masterclass. You can also do a free consultation. So if you want to go over your credit report, you want to see how you can put some moves you can make to fix your credit to get it in the right direction. If you need a trade line, and whatever you need to do, because you need to establish yourself to get positioned for the bank to give you money. You know what I'm saying? You can do a free consultation, 15 minutes. Or you can also qualify if you're interested in doing turnkey. You can qualify, because I had to start qualifying people because I was just talking to people. It wasn't even ready. So you can qualify, and so that if you want to be an investor, you want to partner with me, you want to make some money, let's do it.
Okay, no, yeah, we definitely got to link up on that. I'm trying to make some money.
Hey, ain't we all though? But don't give me your last. Don't give me your last. Keep it. At least I'm honest. I like to be honest. Yeah, no,
that's awesome. Yeah,
like I don't be lying to people. Like this is not like it's investing. Investing is the slow money game. Like people be thinking we selling dope, but we at the casino. I don't sell cocaine. I just do Airbnb.
Yeah, that's it. You're not getting it back quick like that.
Yeah, like you're gonna get it. But it takes time. Like I had one of my investors, she got her money back in like 5 months. But
wow, but that's awesome though.
That's
5 months.
Yeah. Like, people don't be realize like that is great. But some people be like 5 months, a year. Months, but that's a good ROI. And then I have another investor, like we're approaching the 8th month, and we're now getting to her seeing her money back that she invested in. Okay. But it takes time.
8 months is not even bad. That's
even
awesome.
if it took you a year. Because imagine, Rick Ross said this at the Boss Up Conference. He had a Wingstop that took 3 years to turn a profit. 3 whole years to turn a profit. Most business owners, it takes about 3 years before you turn a profit. Yeah. So you trying to get your profit back in a year. That's unheard of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Real estate is the easiest way to do that, but you gotta be patient. Correct. Making money takes patience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but we in this instant gratification, cryptocurrency. Yeah. I need it. Everybody I put in 10,000. I want 150 right now, world. Yeah. I can't do that for you. I'm trying those shit. I need to do that for myself. So I'm trying. When I find out, I'm sure gonna teach y'all how to do it. Trust me. Man, but it was lovely to have you on again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, of course. Thank you for all the gems that you dropped. Appreciate it. I was taking some notes. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Need that. For real. Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Great. Click that link below and subscribe. We out of here. Yeah. Peace.